Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this afternoon's ACAA women's basketball game between the visiting St. Thomas Tommies and the hometown first-place Holland College Hurricanes. Hurricanes come into this game riding a 4-game win streak going back to November, sitting at 8-2. As I mentioned, first place in the ACAA currently. We'll talk more about specific players for the Hurricanes in a moment. St. Thomas comes in 3-5, sitting in 5th place. As the tip-off goes out of bounds, it will be awarded to Holland College. These two teams have played once already this season in Fredericton. It was a 79-55 win for the Hurricanes. And these two teams will go right back at it again here tomorrow, as that's Talbot turns it over on the first possession of the game for Holland College. Kylie Roy, fourth-year senior for the Tommies, leaves it there. Plaganoff goes down hard in the corner. She's slow to get up. Meanwhile, Paige LeBlanc steps up for three off the back of the rim, and Talbot corrals the rebound and is back the other way for the Hurricanes. Talbot layup goes, and the Hurricanes strike first. Alyssa Jeffrey up the court, another fourth-year senior on this St. Thomas roster. Down low, that's Charlie Connors, leads the team in points per game. Connors looking for someone, gets it over to Katie Vedito. Vedito for three, and that's good, and the Tommies have an early 1-point lead thanks to the three-point shot by Katie Vedito. Lauren Armstrong gets it over to Talbot. Talbot over to Plaganoff. Plaganoff thought about a three, then drives the lane. Layup doesn't go, but she draws the foul. Have mentioned Amy Plaganoff a couple of times. She'll go to the line for two. Tied a school record last week with 7 3-pointers in a game in a win at UNBSJ. This one will only be one, and she gets it to go. Ties the game up at 3. Still very early stages here. And Plaganoff goes 2 for 2 from the line as the Hurricanes retake the lead. That's Jeffrey now, gets it to LeBlanc. LeBlanc looking for someone, gets it to Connors. Connors has Roy in the corner, tries to get it to her. I think it was Talbot got a hand on it. And Talbot will be the guilty party of a foul. And Carly Roy will go to the line for the Tommies. Had a brief chat with Fred Connors before the game, head coach for the Tommies. Mentioned that the starting five for his Tommies are a very balanced group, and certainly could say the same for the Hurricanes as well. No team with a clear height advantage among the starting five. As Roy misses the second shot, Molly Stedman collects the rebound. Stedman started the season off like a house on fire in terms of scoring, but has cooled off a little bit as Armstrong turns that over. And that's Vedito with her second basket of the game as the Tommies retake the lead. Watch for Stedman to be a big defensive presence in this game as well as rebounding. Lauren Armstrong leads the conference in points per game currently. She has it just beyond the three-point line, harassed there by Roy. Armstrong drives the lane and draws the foul. She goes down hard. As Carly Roy, the guilty party on the foul there. Hurricanes will maintain possession, not a shooting foul. And Armstrong will inbound. Looking for Alexa Rancourt. That's knocked away by Connors. Rancourt is fourth in conference in scoring. Armstrong 16.1 per game entering this one. Rancourt 14.5. Armstrong over the top for Plaganoff. Plaganoff right back to Armstrong. Armstrong drives the lane off the backboard and ties this game up. Just over 2 minutes into the first quarter. St. Thomas looking to respond quickly here. That's LeBlanc close to the corner. Gets it down for Vedito. Vedito has 5 points already in this one. Gets it back to Carly Roy. Roy now down to Connors. Connors looking for a little bit of space. That's Alyssa Jeffrey. 3-point shot off the rim. And there's Stedman. Mentioned she'd be a force rebounding. Good strong rebound there. And Lauren Armstrong, one of a couple of players on this Hurricanes squad who can do a little bit of everything. Rebounding, defense, offense. Turns it over there, though. Third turnover of the first quarter already for the Canes, and the Tommies will give it right back as Alyssa Jeffrey just lost the handle on it. Two veteran teams here. A lot of veterans on both squads, not a lot of first-year players. So a lot of experience in this one. Rancourt looking for Armstrong down low. Watched there by Brianna Bartley. Armstrong leaves it for Rancourt. Rancourt, the reigning player of the year for the conference, draws the jump ball. And that will stay with Holland College. So good effort there by Rancourt. And we'll get our first look at Carissa George and Isabel McGagan. McGagan new to the squad, joining just after Christmas. They will say it is St. Thomas basketball. Correction by the officials there. Jeffrey now with it, one of the fourth-year players on the Tommies. That's Claudia Steves, a first-year player, off the rim, and Rancourt collects the rebound. Rancourt up ahead for Talbot. Rancourt is third in the conference in rebounding. George into the corner, McGagan. And she draws a foul. That's on Bartley. Looks like they're just correcting something on the scoreboard. We should be good to go here now. Armstrong inbounds to Talbot. Talbot over to McGagan, down low for Armstrong. Armstrong still with it for the Hurricanes. Shot clock inside 10. Armstrong looks for Rancourt. Rancourt needs to get a shot off here, and she does, and gets it to go at the buzzer. Beating out the shot clock from the free throw line was Alexa Rancourt. And now the Tommies will look to respond. Steves down low for Connors. Over to LeBlanc now. Paige LeBlanc kicks it out for Claudia Steves. This is Jeffrey back with it again. Off the foot of Talbot. And Carissa George looking to respond quickly back the other way for the Hurricanes. And she can't quite get the roll, but she will go to the line for two. Carissa George, a multi-sport athlete. Also a member of the Soccer Hurricanes. As we approach the halfway point of the first quarter, George, no good on the first free throw. But makes no mistake on the second, and the lead is now 9-6 for Holland College. Bartley now with it, watched by Armstrong. Now Connors kicks it out to LeBlanc, steps back for three. Off the side of the rim. Good, strong rebound by Jeffrey, though. Claudia Steves with it now. Kicks it back up to Connors. Over to LeBlanc again, watched there by McGagan. Stripped by Rancourt as she was driving the lane. Talbot fighting for the loose ball with a pair of Tommies, and they're going to call a jump ball, which I believe this time will be awarded to Holland College. And Kiva Brown will come into the game for Armstrong. 9-6 the score, early stages here, approaching the halfway point of the first quarter. Low scoring start for both teams. George drives the lane, goes up for the layup again, can't get it to go. Rebound, booted around by a couple of players. Looked like it might have gone off of Tommy, but they're going to say it's off of a Hurricane, and the ball will belong to St. Thomas. Jeffrey on the inbound, watched very closely by Brown. Press being applied here by the Hurricanes, but the Tommies break through. Now it's Claudia Steves, jump shot over the rim, and Talbot with another rebound. Harassed there by Jeffrey all the way down the court. Stops up, now finds Carissa George beyond the arc. George steps around a couple of defenders and gets the floater to go as the Hurricanes extend their lead. Alyssa Jeffrey bringing the ball up the court now for the Tommies. Claudia Steves, and that pass, miscommunication there with Connors. And a trio of Tommies checking into the game. Say what you will about their 3-5 record, or their couple of tough games against Mount St. Vincent last week, but historically St. Thomas has always been a tough out, always very physical, always very tough to play against. And they're proving it so far here in the early stages. The Hurricanes with an 11-6 lead, as that's George quickly again down to Rancourt. Somehow got that pass, threading the needle was Carissa George, and Rancourt with an easy layup to extend the lead once again as the Hurricanes start to gain some offensive momentum. That's Vedito back into the game. Over to Bartley. Bartley for Marley Olton. Vedito with it again. That's Regan Kerr with it. Loses the handle for a moment. And can't beat the shot clock. Good, strong team defense there by the Hurricanes to get the shot clock violation. Lots of turnovers by both teams in the early stages here. That pass goes awry, but Rancourt in the right place to pick it up. Steps around a couple of defenders. Floater doesn't go. Good follow there by Brown, and Rancourt on the rebound gets the hoop and the harm. Showing us a taste of why she was named the ACAA's Player of the Year last season. Alexa Rancourt with the hoop and the harm. And St. Thomas will call a timeout. Head coach Fred Connors hoping to stem a little bit of the momentum here as the Hurricanes on a 10-0 run right now. Mentioned the Tommies, historically a physical team, always a tough out. Tough to play at home or on the road. Holland College getting a lot of traction offensively from their transition offense, as they have over much of the season. But again, Amy Plaganoff with 7 3-pointers in a game last weekend at UNBSJ. So the Canes, not necessarily a team who rely on transition offense, can play the possession game as well. As we get set to rejoin the action here in downtown Charlottetown from the McMillan Center for Community Engagement here on the campus of Holland College. Hometown Hurricanes out to a 15-6 lead early on here against the St. Thomas Tommies. The first game of 2 between these two teams this weekend. There will be a rematch here tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock in the Bell Let's Talk weekend. Bell Let's Talk Day coming up next Wednesday, January 22nd. Rancourt completes the 3-point play. And now Kylie Roy will bring the ball back up the court for the Tommies. Roy leaves it there for Michaela Hansen. Turned over there. Mentioned Molly Stedman is a bit of a defensive dynamo, creating a turnover there. McGagan up ahead for George. Carissa George looks to swing it out to Stedman. Now gets the bounce pass in, and Stedman draws the foul. That's going to be Kylie Roy's second of the game, as the aforementioned Plaganoff coming back into the game. Mentioned another one of these teams with a clear height advantage. Hurricanes do have the big three of Stedman, Armstrong, and Rancourt, all measuring in at 5'10". (17-6) the lead now for the Hurricanes. Here's Alyssa Jeffrey with it. 4th-year senior. Averaging around 8 points a game is Jeffrey. Mentioned off the top, the starting five for the Tommies. Very balanced in the eyes of their head coach, Fred Connors. And here comes one of those starters back into the game, Paige LeBlanc. Looks like most of the starters back on the court for the Tommies. Charlie Connors being one of them. She leads the team in points per game, trying to get around George. Very stout defender is George, but Connors using her size to her advantage, gets around George and will look to complete a 3-point play of her own. 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Hurricanes lead by 9. Make that 8 now with the 3-point play by Charlie Connors. Stedman up to McGagan. McGagan down low for Brown. Nice pass there by McGagan. Brown can't make good on the layup. Good strong rebound there by Connors, but Plaganoff comes flying in. She can't make good on the layup. And there's going to be a foul on someone. It's going to be on Molly Stedman. Thought Nakiva Brown might have been the one charging in, but they're going to get Stedman with the foul. So the Tommies will retain possession after the scrambly play down underneath the Holland College basket. Jeffrey up the court. Finds Ella DeLorme. Believe that's her first touch of the game. Down low. That's Hansen up top for LeBlanc. Over to Connors. Watched by Talbot. Vatea Talbot. Down low, that's Hansen. Tries to go up and over Stedman. Doesn't work out, though, and there's going to be a foul called on the Tommies, on Michaela Hansen. Getting the instruction from her coach, Fred Connors, saying keep your hands out of it. And with the bonus in effect, Stedman's going to go to the line for 2. Nothing but net on the first one for Molly Stedman. Mentioned she started off with a pair of 20-point games to open the season. Rims out on the second shot. Stedman much more of a defender and rebounder. As Plaganoff can't get that shot to go. Brown battling for the rebound, and it'll be Hurricanes ball. Holland College with possession. Just over 2 minutes left in the quarter. Stedman over to Brown. Up top for Plaganoff. Steps back for 3. No good there. Mentioned school record 7 in a game last weekend. Still looking for her first here tonight, though. Good pressure by Nakiva Brown, but she's going to get called for the foul. Trying to draw the 8-second half-court violation, but Brown maybe just a little too aggressive there. Hurricanes going to be applying the press here. As here's Jeffrey taking the inbound. Pressured again by Brown. Now Plaganoff steps off. Good switch there. Brown able to apply the pressure, but that's Connors going in, getting a hard-fought basket around a couple of Hurricanes defenders. Brown with it. Goes around the horn, leaves it for Talbot. Good pass in for Armstrong. Armstrong driving the hoop around a pair of Tommy's defenders. And Lauren Armstrong, leading scorer in the ACAA, shows us why with an example there. Connors draws a foul. That's going to be on Amy Plaganoff, I believe. Yes, it is, Plaganoff. And bonus in effect for both teams now. Minute 19 left here in the first quarter. Again, not a huge offensive outburst by either team. Holland College had a 10-0 run prior to Fred Connors calling a timeout. Charlie Connors makes good on the first attempt. And her second shot cuts the lead to 7. So the Tommies sticking around here. Again, 5th place, visiting 1st place. Plaganoff for 3. Good! First 3 of the game for Amy Plaganoff. Maybe on a personal mission to break the school record. She's taken a couple of attempts today, but that's her first made 3-point shot. Under a minute to go here in the quarter. Over to Hansen. Hansen with the shot clock winding down, and again, it's Nikiva Brown getting her hand in the passing lane. She's forced a couple of turnovers. Molly Stedman has been the beneficiary of a couple of those as well. Armstrong for Plaganoff, watched closely there by Jeffrey. All the way across the court for Armstrong. Armstrong gets around LeBlanc. That pass tipped by Hansen, but it's Talbot with it. Floats one up from the top of the key, and Talbot gets it to go. Jeffrey now, no shot clock, under 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Hansen for 3. Off the side of the rim, still lots of time left for Holland College, 12 seconds. Stedman gives it to Plaganoff. One shot now for the Hurricanes. And you know Plaganoff left all alone at the top of the key. That 3-point shot is no good. Can they get one off before the buzzer? Deep 3 by Plaganoff. And it goes to beat the buzzer. Second chance 3 for Amy Plaganoff. And the Hurricanes with a late first quarter outburst. And they're up 28-13 at the break. We'll take a quick moment's break and rejoin you soon for the second quarter of action here in Charlottetown. And getting set for the second quarter of action coming to you from Charlottetown. The Hurricanes with a 28-13 lead over the St. Thomas Tommies. And there you can see some of the stats. Hurricanes with a clear edge in rebounds. Lots of turnovers for both teams in that first half, but seems to be the rebounds and those second chance opportunities paying off for the Hurricanes through one quarter of play. Again, a couple of late three-pointers by Amy Plaganoff, including one at the buzzer, stake the Hurricanes to a 28-13 lead as we open the second quarter. Claudia Steves back in for the Tommies. It's Paige LeBlanc down to Alyssa Jeffrey. Almost stripped there by McGagan. LeBlanc almost stripped there as well. And it's another turnover forced by Holland College defense. Hard screen there by Plaganoff right in front of the Tommies bench. George down low for Armstrong. Armstrong, quick release off the backboard, and Lauren Armstrong, again, the leading scorer in the ACAA, showing her stuff here in the first half. Jeffrey goes in. Looked like that was all ball by, I think, Rancourt getting a hand in there. So possession will stay with the Tommies. Connors now over to LeBlanc. LeBlanc, a three-pointer. And the Tommies yet to cash in on a lot of their three-point attempts. As Armstrong back quickly for the Canes. Over to George. Carissa George to Rancourt. Rancourt down low for Armstrong. Good play there by Paige LeBlanc to break that pass up and eventually force the turnover. And Claudia Steves back the other way for the Tommies. Back up to LeBlanc, down low for Connors. Connors and Rancourt, this will be a fun matchup to watch here. Two of the best in the league, and Rancourt gets the better of that one. Another block for Alexa Rancourt. The Tommies will keep possession here. 9 on the shot clock. Claudia Steves look to inbound. She'll do so for Connors, looking for a little redemption here on Rancourt. Gets around her, kicks it out to Steves. Long range 2-point shot drops. And that will cut into the deficit. It's a 15-point lead for the Hurricanes, doubling up the Tommies 30-15 right now. George swings it up to Plaganoff, gets it over half. One-hand pass down for Rancourt. Layup goes. Another win, this time in the offensive end for Rancourt against Charlie Connors. Jeffrey now with it for the Tommies. Over to Michaela Hansen. Hansen to Connors. Connors swings it out for Paige LeBlanc. Another three-point shot off the rim, and you wonder if the deficit has the Tommies forcing a few threes maybe. Here's Isabel McGagan looking for her first points as a Hurricane. She'll dish it out to Plaganoff. Drives into the lane. Can't get the floating shot to go, and LeBlanc collects the rebound for St. Thomas. End-to-end play here as the pace picks up. Quarter of the way through the second quarter. Hansen, long range 2, no good, over the net, and Armstrong will look to maybe calm things down for the Hurricanes. Instead, she decides to go straight for the lane and draws the foul. That's going to be on Paige LeBlanc for the block. No, sorry, they're going to get Michaela Hansen for the reach there. Trio of subs for the Hurricanes. Rancourt and George will remain on the court. Stedman, Brown, and Talbot, the three checking in. There's Talbot taking the inbound quickly over to George. George sees a lane, takes it, and draws a foul. She'll go to the line for 2. It's Claudia Steves getting called for the foul. George to shoot her second shot here. Can't make good on either of the free throws, and Steves gets the rebound over to Roy. Roy up ahead quickly for LeBlanc. She's got a lane to the hoop. Closed down quickly, but LeBlanc still makes good on the layup with some pressure there from Talbot. Talbot has the ball now for the Hurricanes. Gets it over to Rancourt. Again, the reigning player of the year in the ACAA is Alexa Rancourt, but it's Nakiva Brown. Kicks it out to George. 5 on the shot clock. George puts up a jumper, no good. Battle there for the rebound, and it's the Tommies who will take possession. Roy to Vedito. Vedito, the only Tommy, I believe, to have a three-pointer in this game. Didn't make good on that one, and LeBlanc with it over to Steves. Roy down low for Fedito, spins and shoots that one well off the mark, and Rancourt with a quick spin, and she will look to answer right away for the Hurricanes. That pass for Stedman off a pair of Tommy's defenders and out of bounds. Hurricanes will inbound on the side court. Brown looking for Talbot. Vedito almost getting a hand on that. Down low for Rancourt. 3 Tommy's defenders around her. Rancourt just can't get the roll, as she did get the shot off. And good defense there by Rancourt, knocking it out of bounds, out of the hands, or off the dribble of Jeffrey. Possession will stay with the Tommies, but the Hurricanes will be able to set up their press defense. And Carissa George going to get called for a foul there. Looked like she got a clean jump on that pass, but the refs will say that it was a push from behind by Carissa George. Inbound pass to Vedito, gets her on the run. That shot goes up, and she will go to the line for 2. Foul on Alexa Rancourt, so it's Katie Vedito who will go to the line. Lauren Armstrong, the leading scorer in the league, coming back into the game for the Hurricanes. 6:05 left here before halftime. Hurricanes with a somewhat commanding 32-17 lead. But again, I've mentioned it in the first quarter, the Tommies will not go quietly without putting up a fight, and they are hanging on here. But every point will be valuable as Vedito makes good on the second free throw attempt. Talbot running point for the Hurricanes. Gets it over to Rancourt now. Rancourt. Once Nikiva Brown finds her. Great cut and feed there by the Hurricanes to extend the lead once again. Jeffrey, that's off the foot of Nikiva Brown. Alyssa Jeffrey will inbound for the Tommies. Jeffrey inbounds to Kylie Roy. The 2 fourth-year players on the Tommies. Steves, the rookie. Roy over to Jeffrey. Jeffrey looking for a lane, finds one and draws the foul. It's going to be on Vatea Talbot. Good aggressive drive there by Alyssa Jeffrey. Tommies play a physical style of basketball. Jeffrey good on the first free throw. Cuts the lead to 15 once again. Jeffrey goes 2 for 2 from the line. And Isabel McGagan coming back into the game. Again, McGagan, a recent addition to the Hurricanes roster. Lauren Armstrong will run point. Down in the corner to McGagan. Crosses over Vedito, looking to drive the lane, and McGagan draws the foul. Paige LeBlanc called for the block. We'll say it's on the floor, not a shooting foul, so the Hurricanes will keep possession here. Lots of time on the shot clock left for them. 5.5 minutes, just under 5.5 minutes left here before halftime. Armstrong to Brown. Brown up top to McGagan. Watched there by Roy. Looks for Armstrong. Armstrong corrals the pass, gets it to McGagan. McGagan steps back, long range 2, and Isabel McGagan on the board for the first time as a Holland College Hurricane. Extends the lead back to 16. Claudia Steves, kiss off the backboard for Claudia Steves as the Tommies start to maybe gain a little traction offensively. Turnover there, Paige LeBlanc with the interception. Steves once again right back to LeBlanc, but good hustle by Lauren Armstrong to read the play and break it up, and I think Claudia Steves is going to get called for the foul. She got the worst of that collision with the much taller Lauren Armstrong. So a bit of a scrambly play here halfway through the second quarter. McGagan, long-range pass to Armstrong. Looks to try to keep it in for Rancourt, and she can't. And it will be St. Thomas basketball. LeBlanc inbounds to Kylie Roy. Roy now will bring it up the court for the Tommies, watched by Brown. Roy sees a lane, takes it, and draws the foul. Tommy's one foul away from getting the bonus here. Again, the Tommies hanging around here. 4.5 minutes before halftime. Roy makes good on the first free throw. Lead now 13. Again, St. Thomas, don't rule them out. They have a lot of shooting talent on this team. Two for two goes Roy. St. Thomas not known as a three-point shooting team, generally. Claudia Steves called for the block there. Wonder if the Tommies may look to shoot up a few more threes. Third foul on Claudia Steves in this game. And she will sub out in favor of Marley Olton. Rookie for rookie substitution there for Fred Connors. Isabel McGagan goes to the line, makes good on the first shot. A little short on the second, though, and Vedito quickly gets the rebound up to Paige LeBlanc. Lets the traffic clear, then calmly brings it up over half court. LeBlanc now fakes out Plaganoff. Tried to step back, gets it to Roy. Cross court, that pass over the head of Regan Kerr. And it's another unforced error for the Tommies. First time we're going to get a look at Ava Dormer in this game for the Canes. Providing some definite height advantage on the court now. Armstrong for Stedman. Stedman over to McGagan. McGagan kicks it back for Dormer. Roy got in the way of that one, and Dormer, in short order, will get her first foul of the game as she took Roy to the ground. Good jump on that pass by Kylie Roy. And the bonus is now in effect for both teams. So Kylie Roy will go to the line for two. Roy makes good on the first attempt. Chipping away at this Holland College lead. Slowly but surely. And it's an 11-point game with 3:53 to go before halftime. Holland College needing to regain some traction offensively. And they won't on that possession. McGagan booted it over to the Tommies. Connors making the turnover happen. Now it's Roy settling things down. Sees a lane, gets around Stedman. But Stedman may have gotten a hand on it at the last second. Armstrong now up ahead for McGagan. Three-point shot off the back of the rim. And the pair of Tommies fighting each other for the rebound. They do come away with it, though. Now it's Vedito, long range two. Gets it to go, and the lead is single digits now. Plaganoff for three. A little long. Dormer did a good job to try and keep it in bounds. Just off the back line. Roy now will bring it up for the Tommies. That's Connors now. Connors. And Connors going to get called for a travel. Looks like she took a little bit of a bump from Stedman. But the turnover will stand. McGagan takes the inbound from Armstrong. Long one-hand pass, maybe ill-advised there, gave Kylie Roy lots of time to get underneath it. Vedito, three-point shot off the back of the rim. Armstrong takes the rebound away. And she will come quickly up the court with a head of steam. Lauren Armstrong around Vedito, can't get the layup. Good rebound there by Robin Driscoll. And Rancourt, left-hand shot. Doesn't go, but she will go to the line for two. Merle Olton called for the foul there. Rancourt, second leading scorer on the Hurricanes team, fourth in the conference coming in. Definitely has had a major impact in this game, as have Lauren Armstrong and Amy Plaganoff. Rancourt, good from the line once again. And the Tommies will call timeout. 2:17 left here before halftime. Hurricanes with a 10-point lead. Mentioned these two teams will play again tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock on what is Bell Let's Talk weekend here at Holland College. Bell Let's Talk is kicking off a year of action and change, celebrating the progress that has been made in moving mental health forward. Now in its 15th year, Bell Let's Talk Day has become Canada's annual mental health day. This year, Bell Let's Talk Day is on January 22nd and will put the spotlight on the growing youth mental health crisis, because our youth are not okay. This year will include a national Text to Donate campaign, and Canadians can text to donate $5 to support 6 amazing organizations making a difference in the lives of youth each and every day. 100% of the proceeds will go to help youth in need. Visit bell.ca/Let's Talk for more details. $2:17 to go before halftime. Holland College leading 39-29. Brianna Bartley with it now for the Tommies. Katie Vedito down to Charlie Connors. Connors looking to get around Rancourt again. It's been a fun battle watching those two go at it here in the second quarter. Floater by LeBlanc goes awry. Now Stedman needs a little bit of help as she can't get it around Bartley and can only resort to throwing it away. Stedman was pinned in by Bartley, and all 4 of her Hurricanes teammates had vacated the defensive half court. Hurricanes will have time to set up defensively, though. Great awareness by Lauren Armstrong. Didn't even see the pass coming. Played the hands like a free safety. McGagan to Robin Driscoll. Driscoll for 3. A little long, and the rebound collected by Connors. And turned over there quickly by the Tommies. Armstrong will inbound. 1:39 to go before the half. McGagan. That pass intercepted by Vedito, but good effort by Stedman to go back and collect it once again. And they're going to say that there should not have been a reset of the shot clock. Vedito didn't look like she had possession of it. Looked like she was going to have a chance at gaining possession, but again, great heads-up play and hustle by Molly Stedman to go back and get that ball in the defensive court. 7 on the shot clock now for the Hurricanes. McGagan looked like she lost her balance right before getting that pass, but it's Armstrong, left-hand layup, gets it to go. Just over a minute left. Tommies trail by 12. Connors muscles her way in. Bartley for 3. Gets it to go, and once again the lead, single digits. 1 minute left before halftime. Isabel McGagan kicks it out for Driscoll. Driscoll finds Stedman into the corner for Rancourt. 3-point shot. Not something Rancourt does a lot. Good battle there by McGagan for the rebound. She will be the last to have a hand on it, as it looked like both McGagan and Connors went down hard there. McGagan will get subbed out. 46 seconds for the Tommies to work with here. Looking to cut into this lead once again before the half. Looked like that went off the foot of Stedman. Here's Brianna Bartley. Had a big three a minute ago. Can't get the layup, but draws the foul. Robin Driscoll called for the foul. And Bartley will go to the line for two. Good on the first one. Makes it an 8-point game. A make here would make it a 7-point game with probably one possession left for either team here. 33.5 seconds before the half. Bartley does, in fact, make it a 7-point game. Good clean break of the full court press there by the Hurricanes. Rancourt now with it, leaves it for Armstrong. Armstrong drives the lane, another left-hand layup, can't get that one to go. And it's no shot clock now for the Tommies, who trail by 7. Michaela Hansen for 3, makes it a 4-point game. 7 seconds left, 5 for Rancourt and the Canes. Rancourt drives the lane, Rancourt can't get the layup to go. She is incredulous. A couple of left-hand layup misses late for the Hurricanes and a couple of big three-pointers for the Tommies. The Hurricanes led by as much as 17, but will go into halftime with a 4-point lead, 41-37. First place Holland over fifth place St. Thomas. Close fought first half. We're going to take a break for a few minutes here and rejoin you for what should be an exciting second half of play here in downtown Charlottetown. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready for second half action, coming to you live from the McMillan Center for Community Engagement on the College of Holland College, or on the campus of Holland College, excuse me. See the stats there again. Holland College with a clear edge in rebounds, doubling up St. Thomas 22-11, led by 6 from Molly Stedman. Katie Vedito leads the Tommies with 9 points. Alexa Rancourt predictably leading Holland College with 11. Lauren Armstrong and Amy Plaganoff with 8 each as we are underway once again. Third quarter just tipping off here. And Rancourt right off the bat in the opening seconds makes her mark offensively once again. Jeffrey for LeBlanc. LeBlanc back up top for Jeffrey. That's Roy streaking through the middle. Connors finds Roy in the corner. Roy runs the baseline, gets it through the legs of Stedman to Jeffrey. Jeffrey steps up and calmly puts a shot from the foul line. Keeping the lead at 4. Again, Holland College led by as much as 17 in the second quarter. But the Tommies battled back. Armstrong's shot goes over the net. And the Tommies will look to respond once again. Jeffrey into the corner for LeBlanc. Paige LeBlanc puts up a 3. That's no good. Good hard rebound there by Connors. She had a couple in that first half, and it's going to be a foul called. Looked like Talbot and Armstrong got all ball, but it will be Armstrong getting called for the foul. And Kylie Roy will have a chance to make this a 2-point game with a couple of free throws. Nothing but net on the first attempt for Kaylee Roy, who had 5 points in the first half. All coming via the free throw. And Kylie Roy now with 7 points in the game. She has gone 7 for 8 from the free throw line. That pass intercepted by Jeffrey. Jeffrey can't get that layup to go, though. And a defensive rebound by Armstrong. And it's going to be Jeffrey called for the foul. Armstrong also had 6 rebounds in that first half, so that puts her at 7 rebounds for the game. And she will run point for the Hurricanes offensively now. Talbot, watched there by Vedito. Rancourt, right hand hook shot. For most people, that's just routine, but keeping in mind that Rancourt is left-handed, makes that an impressive layup off the backboard for Rancourt. Kylie Roy into the corner through the hands of Jeffrey. And the turnover committed by the Tommies will once again give possession to the Hurricanes. Talbot now over the top for Armstrong. Armstrong watched by Vedito. Double team there by Roy. Good steal by Kylie Roy, the fourth-year senior. Gets around Plaganoff. Roy to Jeffrey. And we have a 1-point game thanks to the three-pointer by Alyssa Jeffrey. Canes need to find some traction here offensively. Vatea Talbot looking for someone to move for her. Good cut there by Plaganoff. Layup goes over the net off the backboard, and the Tommies collect the rebound. The Tommies can take the lead on this possession. Vedito for 3 does just that. Her third three-pointer of the game. And the Tommies, who trailed by 17, now lead by 2 in the early stages of the third quarter. Timeout called by Chris Connolly of the Holland Hurricanes. A couple of big three-pointers here early in the quarter by Vedito and Jeffrey have vaulted the Tommies back into the lead. So despite being out-rebounded 22-11 in the first half. The St. Thomas Tommies have hung around, clawed their way back from a 17-point deficit, and now lead by 2 over the first place Holland Hurricanes. So this could be a very timely timeout called by Chris Connolly. We saw it work for St. Thomas in the first quarter to stem a 10-0 run. Tommies applied a brief press, but now back off. Here's McGagan. Almost lost her footing. Armstrong now directing traffic. Armstrong looking to take it herself. Now kicks it back for McGagan. McGagan guarded there by a couple of Tommies, looking to go up with a shot. And she'll get called for 3 in the key. So another turnover forced by the Tommies defensively. And they can now extend their lead on this possession. Kylie Roy, fourth-year senior. Bounce pass to Connors, leaves it there for Paige LeBlanc. LeBlanc steps in, floating shot around the rim, but doesn't drop. And now Armstrong back for the Hurricanes. Leaves it there for Talbot. Talbot, three-point shot, doesn't go, but good rebound by Nakiva Brown. Blocked by Vedito. And good heads-up play by Kylie Roy to get it up for Alyssa Jeffrey. And aggressive block there. Called a push by McGagan. Kylie Roy will inbound. Gets it in down low to Vedito. Connors now, watched by McGagan. Charlie Connors. Hook shot layup doesn't go. Armstrong collects another rebound. Lauren Armstrong with 8 points and 8 rebounds now, officially on double-double watch. Armstrong takes the pass from George. Intercepted by Vedito. She was looking for McGagan down low. And Vedito back quickly the other way for the Tommies. Swings it over to Jeffrey. Down low, Paige LeBlanc for 3. And it's a 5-point St. Thomas lead. Paige LeBlanc with the three-pointer. Just over 4 minutes into the quarter. A 13-5 run here by the Tommies to open the quarter. LeBlanc, another 3 off the front of the rim, and Brown will take the rebound and go quickly back the other way. Nakiva Brown looking to go end to end, but Kylie Roy draws the charge. Savvy defensive play there by Kylie Roy. Both Roy and Brown look to be a little bit shaken up. That was a hard collision. That's the third foul on Nakiva Brown. Playing off in Rancourt, checking back in for the Hurricanes. So a little bit of adversity here for Holland to overcome. Again, St. Thomas on a 13-5 run to open the second half. It's Michaela Hansen finds Claudia Steves, now over to Vedito. Vedito, Plaganoff went down hard. And Plaganoff is going to get called for a block. Some confusion from Holland College here. Plaganoff was lying face first on the floor, but gets called for the block. Holland already at 4 fouls here, less than halfway through the third quarter. Things falling apart here for the Hurricanes. LeBlanc gets it to Steves. Steves for 3. Decides to swing it over to Jeffrey. Shot clock winding down. Alyssa Jeffrey. They're going to say that's off of Carissa George, which is what it looked like from up here, our vantage point on the walking track above the court. 2 seconds on the shot clock for St. Thomas. quick shot upcoming here for St. Thomas. Inbound for LeBlanc, blocked. And they're going to say that's a foul on Alexa Rancourt. So more foul trouble here for Holland College. LeBlanc can't make good on the first free throw attempt. 5:02 left here in the third quarter. LeBlanc good on the second. McGagan maybe looking to settle things down a little bit for Holland College here. Good aggressive defense here by the Tommies. Alyssa Jeffrey there. That pass through the hands of Rancourt. She does corral it and turns it over immediately to Claudia Steeves. Steeves back the other way, and that's McGagan who will take the foul. And it'll be Claudia Steeves to go to the line for two. Bonus definitely now in effect for the Tommies. And it'll be the five starters going back on the court for Holland College as Stedman and Armstrong back into the game. Steve's good on the first attempt, makes it a 7-point lead. Can't make it 8 as she rims out on the second attempt. Armstrong, another rebound for her. Plaganoff for three. Quick release, a little long. And the rebound tipped right to Kylie Roy by Talbot. And the Tommies up ahead quickly. That's Steeves. Hansen thought about three. Gets it to Roy. Steeves now looks to get around Rancourt. Kicks it back for Hansen. Over to Roy. Tommies have hit a frantic pace here in the third quarter. And that's Regan Kerr. Had the ball. It'll be Kylie Roy called for an offensive foul. It's her third foul of the game. St. Thomas with a 7-point lead here. Just over 4 minutes to go in the quarter. Turnover, Claudia Steeves with the steal and the basket. What a quick turnover that was created by the Tommies, who now lead by 9. Armstrong to Stedman. Rancourt gets around Connors, loses the handle, and they're going to say that that will stay with Holland College. .14 on the shot clock for the Canes. Armstrong over the top to Rancourt. Right back down low to Armstrong. She goes up, a pair of Tommy's defenders there, and Armstrong draws the foul. And she'll go to the line for two to try and cut into this sudden lead as Kylie Roy now with 4 fouls in the game. Be a big loss for St. Thomas if Roy were to foul out. Armstrong 1 for 2 from the line. It stays as an 8-point lead. They're going to rule it a jump ball. And that will stay with Holland College. Or sorry, stay with St. Thomas, excuse me. Marley Olton now will run point with Roy on the bench, presumably for the balance of the third quarter. Foul called, I believe that's going to be Molly Stedman. Second foul on Stedman in the game. Marley Olton a little long on the first attempt. Still an 8-point game. Olden good on the second, though. 9-point St. Thomas lead. Rancourt, quick foul called there. Regan Kerr, the guilty party. Fourth team foul for the Tommies, so the bonus will be in effect for Holland College on the Tommies' next foul. Holland College will keep possession, though. So that's Talbot with it. Leaves it for Armstrong. Armstrong switches with Plaganoff, loses the handle, and they're going to call a foul on Marley Olton. Fred Connors pleading the case for Olton, but Lauren Armstrong will go to the line for two once again to try and cut into this 9-point St. Thomas lead. Armstrong good on the first attempt. Gives her 10 points on the game. Armstrong goes 2 for 2 from the line this time. Gives her 11 points on the game, and it's a 7-point St. Thomas lead. It's Olton to Connors, top of the key, swings it over to Kerr. Long 3-point shot off the back of the rim, but Brianna Bartley, good strong rebound there. Gets it over to Connors. Connors drives the lane over Armstrong off the back of the rim. Gets her own rebound, though. Connors fights down low, gets another shot off. That one doesn't go. Rancourt will collect the rebound for Holland College. Gets over half. And leaves it for Talbot. Rancourt now loses the handle. Gets it over to Armstrong. 10 on the shot clock. Armstrong down low for Rancourt. And I think Alyssa Jeffrey going to get called for the foul there. She looked to intercept that pass. It was a good read by Jeffrey, just a little too aggressive, perhaps. And Rancourt to the line for two. Good on the first attempt. And can make it a 5-point game with a make here. Rancourt can't get that to go. Stedman tips the rebound, but Olton collects it for St. Thomas. Olton bounces it over to Jeffrey. Jeffrey looks to get around Talbot. Can't. Loses the dribble and now gets it to Bartley. Over to Connors. Knocked away from her by Rancourt as Connors and Rancourt continue to go toe for toe. Great battle between these two veteran players. Connors, number 21 for St. Thomas, and Rancourt, number 9 for the Hurricanes. Good play on the inbound by Vatea Talbot to knock it out of bounds. St. Thomas will keep possession. And they will fix the shot clock here. St. Thomas will have 5 seconds to work with here. Inadvertent reset of the shot clock after the inbound. Jeffrey to Bartley. Big block by Lauren Armstrong, but St. Thomas will keep possession and they don't beat the shot clock. Scrambly play after the big block by Armstrong. Works out in Holland College's favor. Timeout called by St. Thomas, but could that block by Lauren Armstrong be the spark that Holland College is so desperately looking for here in the third quarter? Reminder that January 22nd is Bell Let's Talk Day. Bell Let's Talk is kicking off a year of action and change, celebrating the progress that has been made in moving mental health forward now in its 15th year. For more information, visit bell.ca/Let's Talk. Again, January 22nd, Bell Let's Talk Day in Canada. 55-49, St. Thomas. Again, they were down 17 in the second quarter, clawed their way back to within 4 at halftime, but have exploded here in the third quarter. 18-8, the Tommies outscoring the Hurricanes in this quarter. 2:16 left. But again, a big block by Lauren Armstrong moments ago could be a spark that Holland College was looking for. They often feed off of big, impactful plays from their big three players, Armstrong, Rancourt, and Plaganoff. Quiet quarter for Plaganoff, who is on the court. Again, tied a school record with 7 3-pointers in a game last weekend. Has 2 here this afternoon. Talbot gives it to Plaganoff. Steps around Bartley. Tries to get around Connors. And draws the foul. Charlie Connors. Bonus in effect, so whether it was a shooting foul or not doesn't matter. Plaganoff good on the first attempt, and we have a 5-point game. Plaganoff 2 for 2, and by my count, that puts the big three for Holland College all into double digits in points, as that is Plaganoff's 10th point here this afternoon. 55-41, under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bartley over to Connors. Connors looking to get around Rancourt. Gets over to Paige LeBlanc. Steps up. Floater 2-point shot goes, and it's a 6-point game once again. 6 points for Paige LeBlanc here in the third quarter, as that pass just out of the reach of Plaganoff. Alyssa Jeffrey will bring it up court for the Tommies. That's Bartley. Leaves it for LeBlanc. Kicks it out for Connors. Long 2-point shot off the backboard. Few players crashing the rebound, but it is Armstrong who comes away with it. And Connors will get another foul called. Lots of fouls in this game. Again, aggressive game, physical game from both teams. Armstrong rims out on the first attempt. Unlucky bounce there. 1:13 left, 6-point game, third quarter. Armstrong, a couple of unlucky bounces there off the rim. And it stays at 6 points. Good hustle by Stedman to get herself back into the play. But a great feed by Vedito to Paige LeBlanc. Can't make good on the layup. Connors following up the rebound. Can't get that to go. And Jeffrey and Plaganoff battle for the rebound. And it's a jump ball, which will be awarded to Holland College. .58 seconds before quarter time. Again, third quarter of action. An eventful, physical, fun game here in Charlottetown. Plaganoff for 2 off the side of the rim. Rancourt battling for the rebound, but it's Vedito who comes away with it. Now Michaela Hansen kicks it over to Jeffrey. Jeffrey gets around George. 2-point shot off the rim. Good strong rebound there by Bartley. Now it's LeBlanc back over to Jeffrey. Jeffrey tries to get around George. That's off her foot and out of bounds. So it will be Holland College ball. 30 seconds left, 30.9. So enough for one possession each here. Holland College now needs to cut into a deficit before a break. And that's a foul called on St. Thomas. So Armstrong once again will get a chance to cut into the deficit. 2 for 2 from the line 2 times ago. 0 for 2 her last time up. Armstrong gets the hometown roll this time. Can make it a 4-point game. And does just that. Nothing but net that time. No bounce required. Jeffrey, 4-second difference between shot clock and game clock. So Holland College would have a small amount of time depending on when St. Thomas gets a shot up. Vedito throws one up from long range, and that doesn't go. And now Holland College has 8 seconds to work with. Raincourt down low for Stedman. A lot of contact, and that will be it for the quarter. So Holland College unable to cash in on that last possession. Looked like they were going to have a chance to. But it is a 4-point St. Thomas lead as we enter the 4th quarter of play. Again, St. Thomas on the verge of an upset here. 5th place St. Thomas visiting 1st place Holland College. We'll take a quick break here and rejoin you in about a minute's time with the numbers and the 4th quarter of play here in Charlottetown. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Should be an exciting 4th quarter of action here as you see the numbers through 3 quarters of play. Worth noting, St. Thomas stepping up their game from beyond the 3-point line and starting to close the gap in rebounds. Again, Holland College had a 22-11 edge on rebounds, and the high number of turnovers impacting both teams, but especially Holland College in that 3rd quarter. The Hurricanes had 9 turnovers in that quarter. St. Thomas up by 4 will have the first possession of the 4th quarter. Again, 3-5 on the season. 5th place, turnover by Carissa George. She's going to try to go end-to-end here. Big block by Katie Vedito. But nonetheless, a good turnover by George. And Holland College will take possession in the offensive zone after the block by Vedito. McGagan gets it up way over the top to Talbot. Down low for Brown on the side. Raincourt in the paint. They're going to say that foul happened before the shot. Alyssa Jeffrey, her 3rd foul of the game. Lots of St. Thomas players in foul trouble here. Here's one of them, Kylie Roy, sitting at 4 on the game. She'll take out her fellow senior. McGagan to inbound. Bounce pass to Raincourt. Raincourt looking for a lane, asking for someone to move. Talbot now kicks it over to George. George down low for Nikiva Brown. Tries to kick it out to Talbot, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. Great team defense there by St. Thomas. As Holland College unable to take advantage of the early turnover by the Tommies. Holland College will give St. Thomas the midcourt here. Now we'll start to apply the defensive pressure. That's Kylie Roy. Fouled by Talbot. Again, no shot, so it will still be Tommy's ball. They'll reset the shot clock to 14. That's Vedito with it. Katie Vedito. Almost falls, keeps her footing and the dribble. Manages to get a shot up. Rancourt takes it now for the Canes. Again, looking for someone to move. Finds George to her right. George now. Kicks it out to Talbot. Talbot cuts into the middle. Leaves for Nikiva Brown. Drops it back for George, who couldn't handle the pass. And that's going to be St. Thomas basketball. Plaganoff will come back into the game. Neither team with a point here in the fourth quarter. Almost a minute and a half into the quarter. Bartley wanted to leave it for Vedito, but good defense there by George once again, who now puts the pressure back on Vedito. And that pass all the way up top, picked off by Plaganoff. And Amy Plaganoff, an easy layup. Cuts the lead to 2, first points of the quarter. Bartley over to Roy. Down low for Vedito, uncontested layup for Katie Vedito. Continues her strong game. She's got 14 points here this afternoon. Talbot with it now. Talbot looking for someone. Tries to find Brown down low. Can't do so. Mentioned Katie Vedito averaged 9 points a game coming in. Sitting at 14 here. With 7:47 left in regulation and in a 4-point game, you're going to start hearing those two words quite a bit. In regulation. Alyssa Jeffrey back into the game. It's a 4-point Tommy lead. That pass intercepted by Brown. Good fight by Brown to get the ball away from Hansen. Brown goes up for the layup, can't get it to go. And the Tommies control the rebound. Plaganoff looking for another interception. Can't capitalize on it. Now the Tommies. Jeffrey calmly puts up a 2. That falls just short. Talbot to George. George. Again, Holland College looking for that quick transition offense they run so well. Shot by George goes up, no good. A lot of contact there from St. Thomas. Stedman and Armstrong will come back into the game. You see there Katie Vedito telling her squad to just settle things down. St. Thomas willing to take as much time as possible here with every possession. Up 4 on the road. And again, these two teams play each other tomorrow afternoon right back here at 2 o'clock. In what should be a very fun rematch based on how this game has gone. Vedito's shot no good. Rancourt battling Connors for the rebound, comes away with it, gets it quickly to Stedman. And now George quickly over half court for the Hurricanes. Leaves it for Plaganoff. Thought about a long 3. Kicks it over to Armstrong. Armstrong tries to get around Jeffrey. Gets the pass to George. George finds a lane. Layup doesn't go. And Vedito has the rebound for St. Thomas. Connors now. Watched there by Rancourt. Stedman steps in. Connors muscles her way out of it. Now Paige LeBlanc. Blocked there by Armstrong. And Molly Stedman takes the rebound, gives it to Rancourt. Rancourt. Another right hand layup driving the lane. And Alexa Rancourt continues her hot scoring streak in a 2-point STU lead. Rancourt tries to disrupt that pass. George gets a hand in there, and it's off Connors and out of bounds. Another turnover forced by the Hurricane defense. Steves coming back into the game. George with it now for the Canes. That's Rancourt looking for Stedman, cutting through the middle. Now finds her in the corner. Plaganoff long three. That's a little long. And Roy corrals the rebound, gets it to Steves. And Steves quickly up ahead for Jeffrey. 3-point shot off the back of the rim. Stedman, another strong rebound by Molly Stedman. George now up ahead for Plaganoff. Plaganoff for Armstrong. Armstrong swings it over to Stedman. Stedman, Plaganoff, maybe thought about a three, now drives the lane. Underhand layup doesn't go. Pile of players fall down on the baseline. But it's St. Thomas with another defensive stop. Hard collision there. Looked like Kaylee Roy and maybe George collided. Roy got the worst of that collision. And it will be St. Thomas ball after all that. Roy comes out of the game, presumably just to get checked on, catch her breath. LeBlanc looking for Steves in the corner. 3-point shot from the corner is long. And Charlie Connor is going to get called for a foul on the rebound. That's her fourth foul of the game, so a lot of important Tommy's players now in foul trouble. Just over the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. It's been a defensive battle here in the fourth quarter. Armstrong down low, ties the game up. And a timeout called by St. Thomas. So we have a tie game here. A few minutes left in the fourth quarter. Again, Holland College led by 17 at one point in the second quarter. STU clawed back, made it a 4-point game right before halftime. Led by 4 at quarter time going into the fourth. And if this game is any indication of what's to come, tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock should be another wild one. As again, these two teams will go at it less than 24 hours from now. St. Thomas will have possession coming out of the timeout after the basket by Lauren Armstrong. Armstrong unofficially sitting at 14 points here today. Again, leads the league in scoring, averaging 16.1 coming into this one. Connors leaves it for LeBlanc. 3-point shot. Off the back of the rim. Good strong rebound by Connors. Driving in on Rancourt, kicks it out to Vedito. Vedito, another 3-point attempt goes up. And Stedman secures the rebound for the Canes. Plaganoff up ahead, Rancourt all alone underneath the hoop. And the Hurricanes now lead as we hit the 4-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Hurricanes now up 2. That pass just out of the reach of Connors. Stedman takes over. Stedman driving in, can't get the shot to go. Is looking for a foul call. None incoming. Steves for Jeffrey. Thought about 3, drives the lane. Kicks it out for Connors. Connors and Rancourt still battling. Rancourt not happy with that call. Looked from here like she got all ball. Hurricanes' first lead since 2.5 minutes into the third quarter. First shot, no good. That's Charlie Connors at the line. Connors goes 1 for 2 from the line. And it's a 1-point game. 3.5 to go. Fourth quarter. 5th place St. Thomas. 1st place Holland College. Lauren Armstrong leading the league in points per game. Another great drive to the lane by the Australian Armstrong. Steves behind the back. Almost out of her reach. Carissa George has been a defensive dynamo here in the second half. Not sure who's going to keep possession here. Referee gave no indication, but it looks like it's going to stay with St. Thomas. Now Jeffrey coming back into the game. The 5 starters on the court for STU, 4 of the 5 for Holland College. LeBlanc now tries to get around Stedman, but can't. Roy down low for Connors. Good poke away there by Rancourt. Connors driving into the middle. Loses the dribble, and that's a shot clock violation. A huge stop for Holland College, up 3 with just under 3 minutes left. Momentum maybe swinging back in favor of the hometown Hurricanes. George swings it for Rancourt. Wanted Armstrong down low. Now gives it to her at the top of the three-point line. Pick and roll there by Rancourt. Into the corner goes Armstrong to George. Steps up, floats a 2-point shot, and that's good. Great shot by Carissa George to extend the lead to 5. Here's Vedito. Katie Vedito down low for Roy. Roy gets around Plaganoff. Looked like Plaganoff may have gotten a hand on the ball. And I believe we're going to get Kylie Roy's 5th foul. And Roy will get a technical on her way off the court. And it looks like the officials are going to direct St. Thomas to sub someone in for Kylie Roy. An important player. 2:16 left on the clock, and St. Thomas now without one of their 4th-year senior players for the rest of this game. Plaganoff barely gets that to go. Plaganoff didn't love the shot, but obviously loves the result. 6-point Hurricane lead, 2:16 to go. Here in the 4th quarter, Holland College looking to hang on to first place with a win here today. Down low for George. That, I believe, hit one of the Tommy defenders on the way to George. Unlucky break there as George had the ball go off of her and out of bounds. 2 minutes to go here in regulation. Holland College clinging to a 6-point lead. St. Thomas now. Jeffrey on the baseline. Kicks it out for Connors. Desperation, long range 2 off the side of the backboard. Rancourt collects the rebound, gets it to George. George leaves it for Armstrong. Armstrong tried to get it down low. Great read by Alyssa Jeffrey, intercepting that pass intended for Rancourt. Jeffrey spins, looks to shoot, doesn't get the shot off, goes to Paige LeBlanc. She looks to shoot, and she draws the foul. Pure chaos in the paint in the Holland College defensive court. And Paige LeBlanc, out of all of that, will go to the line to shoot 2 to try and cut into the lead. LeBlanc off the back of the rim. Didn't get the same roll. Plaganoff just got at the other end. Doesn't get the second one to go either, but Bartley collects the rebound. Big block there by Rancourt, but they're going to say Rancourt guilty of a foul on that. And this time it'll be Brianna Bartley to the line for 2. 1:23 left. Bartley down 6. Make that 5. Could be in for a frantic finish here at the McMillan Center for Community Engagement. Bartley calmly goes 2 for 2, battling the crowd noise. And it's a 4-point Hurricane lead. Armstrong finds Stedman on the inbound. Stedman pinned by a pair of Tommy's defenders. And St. Thomas called for a foul there. I believe that's going to be Paige LeBlanc. Yes, it is, number 13, Paige LeBlanc. Third foul on LeBlanc. And the bonus in effect, so George will go to the line for 2. Quick release on the free throw by George. Falls just short. Second one doesn't go either, but George follows it up by securing the rebound and earning a jump ball, which will stay with Holland College. 1:14 on the clock. 4-point game, Holland College leading. Led by 17 in the second quarter. Trailed by 6 at 1 point. But have overcome that, and now Carissa George puts them up by 6. Calmly in the paint. And St. Thomas calling timeout. 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Holland College leading by 6. Just a reminder, if this game wasn't enough fun for you, somehow, we do have the men's game coming up probably about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this one. And then these two teams go right back at it tomorrow afternoon. Tip-off time, I believe, 2 o'clock. Same teams, same place. Hopefully, same amount of fun. A big possession coming up here for St. Thomas with 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Tommies trail by 6. You got to think a turnover or a stop basically seals this one for the Hurricanes. And again, the Tommies missing Kylie Roy, who fouled out a couple of moments ago, but keep an eye on number 7, Katie Vedito, and number 21, Charlie Connors. They have been the central figures in St. Thomas offense here this afternoon. LeBlanc for Jeffrey. Jeffrey down low for Vedito, watched by Carissa George. Swings it up top for Connors. Long three-point shot off the side of the rim. And Armstrong comes away with the rebound. Almost turns it over and will, because the jump ball will go to St. Thomas. Great effort there by Brianna Bartley and Katie Vedito. Following the miss on the long three-point by Charlie Connors. 51 seconds left. Vedito all alone underneath the basket, but she can't make good on it. And it's another jump ball, which will be Holland College possession. 47 seconds left now. Time has become a huge factor here. Again, 47 seconds in a 6-point game. A successful offensive possession here for Holland College. Might just put it away. Over the head of Stedman, but she did a great athletic play to get it back. George willing to let some more of this shot clock go down. Now drives the lane. Left-hand shot doesn't go. 30 seconds left. STU's still alive. They need a basket and a stop, and they're going to get a foul on Molly Stedman. So Alyssa Jeffrey will go to the line for 2 shots. 23 seconds left. 6-point game. Might be out of reach at this point. Jeffrey good on her first attempt. And nothing but net on the second, so it's a 4-point Holland College lead. Again, 23 seconds left. Dangerous pass there by Plaganoff, but George got it out to Armstrong. And Armstrong can now basically let the rest of the clock go down. Hurricanes doing a great job of playing keep away. St. Thomas was desperately trying to get a foul, but the quick ball movement of the Hurricanes prevented the Tommies from being able to take a foul. And Charlie Connors will now foul out. As it looked like she gave Stedman a bit of contact after Stedman got the pass back to Armstrong. Just a reminder to stick around about 20 minutes following the conclusion of this game for the men's action between the Tommies and the Hurricanes. Stedman makes this a 5-point game with that free throw and can restore their 6-point lead. Back of the rim, so it's a 5-point game. Tommies need something resembling a miracle here as Jeffrey can't get that one, and the game will end appropriately with the ball in the hands of Alexa Rancourt. A hard-fought back-and-forth game, but Holland College coming out on top with a 69-64 win to maintain their hold on first place in the ACAA going into the rematch with these very same Tommies tomorrow. Once again, stick around for the men's game between Holland College and St. Thomas coming up shortly, and we'll see you shortly for that one, as well as tomorrow, 2 o'clock, for the rematch between the Tommies and Hurricanes women's teams. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you again soon.